Welcome to my channel. I'm Scott, and in this video I am going to walk you through the process of valuing ELMT Nutritional Sciences stock by analyzing their financial statements and dissecting their financial ratios so we can determine if it's a buy or a sell. ELMT Nutritional Sciences develops and manufactures plant-based nutritional products. This company has thoroughly tested and vetted its products. It has spent $20 million in R&D along with 18 years of development at the University of Arkansas. ELMT's management team wants the best products, so they've gone through clinical studies and peer reviews, and they're currently being sold in stores right now. Their main product is Rejuvenate, and the formulation is patent protected. This is a protein healthcare drink which helps mitigate muscle loss. The scientific word is sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is a progressive and generalized muscle disorder involving the accelerated loss of muscle mass and function. I'll show you a study later where this product has been proved to help this affliction. There are some really big names carrying this product: CVS, Sam's Club, and Walgreens. It is in thousands of stores right now, and they just recently received their largest purchase order ever, so things continue to improve for this company. The last time management raised capital was at 60 cents a share in Canadian dollars or 43 cents a share in US dollars. The stock is currently trading below that today, so you can get a better deal than some of these large investors. The founder of the company, Stuart Lowther, has personally invested $3.2 million and owns 20% of the company, so he has lots of skin in the game. Previously, he sold the company for $40 million, so he has plenty of experience starting and growing a business. The company is headquartered in Burlington, Ontario, Canada, and was founded in 2015. It trades on the Pink Sheets under ticker ELNSF and the Canadian Stock Exchange under ticker ELMT. Let's get started with the model. This is a micro-cap company, 32 million market cap. They're trading at 33 cents a share, and they have 96 million shares outstanding. These are the numbers that trade on the American Stock Exchange. That ticker is ELNSF. It's currently trading at 41 cents per share on the Canadian Stock Exchange. This is the company's income statement from their latest quarterly report. This shows us the first 9 months of 2020, the first 9 months of 2021, the third quarter of 2020, and the third quarter of 2021. Their sales have tripled from $660,000 to $2.1 million, so their growth is phenomenal. If they keep growing at this pace, the stock will blow up. Since they're still growing and they haven't hit max efficiency, their cost of sales is a little less than their sales. So they do have a positive gross profit. As economies of scale set in, their gross profit will start growing much faster. They spent $867,000 in salary and wages, $1.5 million in marketing, $400,000 in professional fees, $247,000 in general and administrative, $20,000 in depreciation, and $5,000 in product development. So they had an operating loss of $3 million. Last year was $2.9 million. They spent $4,000 of interest on their debt. Last year was $6,000. They have a net loss of $3 million. Last year was $4.6 million. The reason their net loss was so much larger in the third quarter of 2020 was this $1.7 million in RTO transaction. RTO stands for reverse takeover. This is when a private company acquires a public company so that private company can go public. It's a faster, cheaper way than a traditional IPO. They passed through a loss of $1.7 million on that RTO transaction. $1.5 million of cash and $250,000 of loans receivable. This is similar to goodwill, the excess over net assets acquired. When a company gets goodwill on its balance sheet, that equals the acquisition price minus the net assets of the company. So it's a premium you pay when you acquire another company. Their shares outstanding went up quite a bit from 21 million to 96 million. Here's their revenue from the last 8 quarters. Q4 2019 was $331,000, then it dropped in the first quarter of 2020, then it jumped back up to $300,000 in the second quarter of 2020, it dropped again, then it jumped way back up to $318,000, it jumped a little to $346,000, then it jumped up dramatically to $1 million. their first quarter with $1 million of revenue. In the most recent quarter was $636,000. Here's a breakdown of their revenue by product. Their revenue for Boomer dropped to zero. It was $4,000 in the third quarter of 2020. Boomer was the company's initial product offering. It appears they're scaling back on this product and focusing on their main product, Rejuvenate. And sales of Jacked RX was $34,000. In the third quarter of 2020, it was $64,000. In March of 2018, ELMT acquired Jacked RX. These are protein powders, as you can see here, and other nutritional supplements. You can see how big this market is. In North America, it's $17 billion, and the forecast is $31 billion for 2027. So even if this company gets a small piece of that market, they can be huge. But their bread and butter product is Rejuvenate. Last year was $133,000, and this year in the third quarter, $665,000. So the growth for that product is phenomenal. The first 9 months of 2020 was $480,000. In the first 9 months of 2021, it was over $2 million. Their sales in the 9 months ending 2018 were $229,000 for Jacked RX, $87,000 for Boomer. In 2019, their sales were $1.4 million for Rejuvenate, $336,000 for Jacked RX, and $39,000 for Boomer. The sales did slide, probably due to COVID, $950,000 for Rejuvenate, $244,000 for Jacked RX, and $27,000 for Boomer. In the second and third quarter of 2021, just in those 2 quarters, their sales were $1.7 million. All their numbers are Canadian dollars. Here's a picture of their Rejuvenate product. This is a plant-based product, so it's great for vegetarians, and you could drink it right out of the bottle. So it's really convenient even if you're on the go. Here's some more information on Rejuvenate. It began commercialization in April of 2019. When you buy the powdered pouches, you have to mix that with 8 to 10 ounces of water. Initially, they sold on the company's website in the US and Canada, also on Amazon. In the second half of 2019, they added retail stores, 6,000 CVS stores, and 2,800 Walmarts. They're currently in other retail stores. There's Rejuvenate in raspberry flavor, fruit punch, and those are the flavored powder, so you have to mix that with liquid. And the ready-to-drink product comes in chocolate, vanilla, and mocha. You can see they also have sales in Korea. And here's a list of their Boomer and Jacked RX SKUs. Here's the hierarchy of the company. Beneath ELMT Nutritional is Hammock Pharmaceuticals, and then different corporate structures, and Jacked RX, a wholly owned subsidiary. Here's some information on Hammock Pharmaceuticals. They assigned and transferred to Daré Biosciences all of its right, title, and interest of its Milana Farm license agreement. Hammock has received milestone payments from Daré. I did a video of Daré Biosciences in the past. This study shows an 800% increase in strength while recovering from surgery by using their product Rejuvenate. If people just looked at this study alone, their product would be flying off the shelves. Obviously, the product is geared for older people, 45 and older, but they do have some sales with younger people because it could really benefit anyone. The efficacy of these numbers is backed by 25 clinical studies. This is where the US stock has been trading since it IPO'd. It did break through $1 on this day. That was an extreme outlier, but outside of that, it's trading between 20 cents and 40 cents a share. It's just a matter of time until this stock breaks out. The stock is down 19% in the past 52 weeks, while the S&P is up 23%. The 52-week low is 18 cents, the high is $1.13. And the stock is trading below its 50-day and 200-day moving average. The company employs 8 people. The general public owns 81% of the stock, insiders 19%. 14 to 16,000 shares are traded each day. Of the 96 million shares outstanding, 78 million are on float, and 19% are held by insiders. The founder and CEO of the company owns 19% of the stock. That's 18 million shares valued at 5.8 million Canadian dollars. Then Gregory Cochran, Sean Bromley, and Sean Power. The company's CEO, he has a master's degree in Nutritional Sciences and Human Metabolism. He's a 30-year executive in the nutrition industry, and he has lots of experience growing and scaling a company. He built and sold one of Canada's top 10 growing companies, and he's well respected by a lot of people. He was a 2-time nominee for Entrepreneur of the Year. Sean Power, the CFO, is one of their big shareholders also. Sean Bromley is a director, and Greg Cochran is also a director. So to summarize, it does appear this company is on the cusp of something huge. Their management has so much experience. They've done tons of testing and studies on their products. And sometimes when we look at companies, they don't have any sales. This company has sales, and with big box stores. So it seems like great potential if you get in now. So let me know what you think. Give this video a like, subscribe, or comment below. Also, if you'd like to get a custom valuation or just support the channel on YouTube or Patreon, you can become a member by clicking on the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.